PBSA have been working with butchers for more than 15 years, and we've spent a lot of work developing our Christmas order management processes so that we can take all the stress out of Christmas. We handle taking the customer order and their deposit, producing boning list and order requirement reports so that you can clearly see what you need to prepare in terms of hams, turkeys, and all the variances around bone in, bone out, different types of stuffing and preparation. We completely manage all of that. We do a digital weigh, pack, and label process so that each order is updated. It connects to the scale, it gets the weight, it produces a label, and eliminates any chance for mistakes. And the final step is that we take the customer final payment. The Christmas order process takes place on a touchscreen that you can see in the picture that connects to a scale, various printers, scanners, the FPOS terminal, and it's very easy to use. Step one, take the customer order and their deposit. On the touchscreen, you select the customer or add a new customer. Then you add the items that they want as part of the order. Let's add a ham, quantity 1. And then we've got options in and around. Do they want the bone left in? Do they want a glaze put on the ham? Again, you can just tick those options and add that to the order. Do they want a turkey roll? What size is the turkey roll? And what options do they want to choose in terms of stuffing or other variances to that product? Do they want some other products, for example, like some prawns? And again, we enter the amount that they want and it gets added to their order. The final step is we hit the big green commit button. That takes us through to a screen where we can record where do they want to pick this up from in terms of the date. So we might say that it's the 6th of December and we've got the option to take a deposit. I'm going to click yes. And in this case, we're going to say they're going to give us a $200 deposit. We click OK. That processes the order, prints out a order docket to give to the customer, listing their details, their mobile phone, and everything that they have ordered. Step 2 and 3 is the boning list and order requirements reports that show you everything that you need to prepare in terms of your hams, turkeys, and other products, and all the variances in and around those products from a preparation perspective. This report is our boning list or order list requirements. The old days where you had your triplicate books and you had to manually add up everything and write it down on a piece of butcher paper, and then Mrs. Smith would come in and change her order and someone else would change their order and you'd have to recalculate them all again. Those days are gone. At any point in time, with a click of a button, you can produce a report that summarizes, based on each PLU, the total quantities that you need to prepare. There are many different reports within the PBSA system to help you with your Christmas orders. The line validation report, it breaks down things like, for example, the ham, 3 to 4 kg, and tells you how you need to prepare them. We've got 4 hams that are just straight hams. We've got 14 hams that need the bone left in but have got a glaze. If we look at our turkey rolls, you've seen that it's breaking it down in terms of, well, how many turkey rolls need the cranberry stuffing versus how many turkey rolls need the herb stuffing. So again, it gives you that visualization both from an each perspective. So I've got 200 hams. Of those hams, how do they need to be prepared? How many need to be glazed? How many need to have the bone taken out, etc., etc. So again, it makes it very easy for you to be able to manage your preparation. Step 4, digitally weigh, pack, and label your order. On the touchscreen, we have a packing mode, so we can select the order and load it onto the screen. Then the system will connect to the scale, get an exact weight. Again, in this case, I'm keying it in, but this would come directly from the scale. It will then produce a label with the product title, best before, used by, and then it will automatically move to the next line, connect to the scale, and get the weight for the next item. This is ensuring accuracy of the orders and ensuring that you don't make any mistakes and you get paid for what you're delivering. The very last step is you're going to record where you're actually going to where you're going to put that order in the fridge. So for example, I might segment my fridge into 5 different areas and I'm going to put this in to crate 5. Then I save that order and it's going to obviously record where that crate is so that when the customer comes in, I can quickly locate that order. You'll also see I've got an option here to print an address label. So that means it's going to print the customer's name and address and phone number on a label that I can then attach to the bag or the box that I'm putting this particular order into. Step 5 is when the customer comes in to pick up their order and you take your final payment. On the touchscreen, with your finger, you press the orders button, which brings back a list of all your orders, and you can search via customer name or address. You select the order such as Ron Smith, which loads that onto the sales screen. We can see that it's in crate 5, and so we yell to the guy in the fridge, there's an order there in crate 5 for Ron Smith. He brings out the order, we check that everything's there, and we hit the commit button to take the final payment. It knows the deposit amount that's been paid, and so this final payment, after the order had been updated when we packed it with the exact quantities, we can take that via Visa card, which will speak to your FPOS terminal. We click OK, and that dispatches the order, and that's the end of the process. PBSA have been working with butchers for 15 years. This short demo shows you in brief how we handle everything to do with Christmas orders and we take the stress out of Christmas. The PBSA system also handles everything to do with retail sales, scale integration, wholesale order management, e-commerce, customer loyalty programs, targeted email and SMS marketing, and the list goes on. We love working with butchers and helping them grow their businesses. May I suggest to you, reach out and make contact and do a free demonstration. Email sales@pbsapos.com.au and take the stress out of this Christmas.